We need to get back to our roots, bro. Like we can't just be relying on all this tech.
Yeah, we need to get back to our roots, bro. You know what I'm saying? What up? And welcome back to another episode of Gritty Knows Best, baby. That's right. Listen. We got a lot of things to discuss tonight. Yeah, take a sip of that beer. Because we're going to be talking about Insidious, The Red Door. Just watched the new movie the other day. Going to tell you what I thought about that. What? You interrupting the fucking intro, my man?
I didn't get the memo that we were going to be watching a
Oh
movie.
my God. I already told you I watched it. You should have been like, send me the link. Now you looking flabbergasted. You should.
Fucked up I am.
You want to watch Insidious?
No.
There you go. That's why I didn't tell you. I figured you didn't want to see it. We also going to be talking about the Nun 2 trailer that just dropped. You watched that?
I did.
We're going to be talking
I
about.
I watched it.
We're going to be talking
Is it
about.
good? I kind of pulled my charger. Is it
It's
still
fine.
good?
It's fine. It's fine. Well, you want to keep interrupting the intro? You want to get to the show or not? Because it's getting crazy now. This intro is way too long. We're going to be talking about the bodies that were stolen from Harvard Medical University and sold all over the place. What do you know about that? You don't know nothing about that, but we're going to find out about that.
Actually, sir, I do.
You know about that? Well, we're going to discuss it.
You didn't really give me details, but if this is what you're talking about, I do know a little bit about this.
All right. We're going to discuss that. But first, did you see the roller coaster that got stuck upside down the other day in Wisconsin?
I did not, and that's my worst fear, brother.
My man, they were up there, right? Upside down in the loop-de-loop, okay? For 3+ hours.
Oh,
okay?
nah.
Bruh, I didn't even know. Dead ass, if you told me, right, like, how long can the human body survive upside down? I'd be like an hour. Like, you can't even survive an hour. Like, I thought like, you'd have a heart attack. 3 hours? How do you even feel after that? Like, how do you even recover from that? That sounds insane.
You might have some brain damage because all the blood's going to pool in your head.
I'll stay cool in pretty much any situation. Pretty much almost any situation I can imagine me being cool in. Right there, I would just unhook my belt and die. I would just unhook my belt and collapse to the ground and kill myself because honestly, I'm not waiting because deadass, listen to this, right? They say that the firefighters that helped these people out were like 45 minutes away from the park. How could that be? How could that be?
Now you know you're retarded.
You need firefighters right next to the park, dude. Are you crazy? What if something breaks out, electrical fire? What are you going to do? Spray it with a little hose or something? Nah. Shout out to everybody that got hung upside down, bro, because that wouldn't have been me. There would have been one less because I would have went, boom,
That's
done.
Crazy that you would just... Oh, what other situations would you be in where you're like, nah, I'm cool with this, but I'm gonna just die right now on this roller coaster?
Okay, well, hold on. All right. If they said, like, you know, you stuck upside down, but they coming quick, like they about to be here, I wouldn't do that. But if I knew somehow that it was gonna take hours upside down, that's a horror movie, bro. That's like the worst situation I could be in, like just trapped there upside down. Nah, I'm unhooking that belt, dog.
Bro, if it's between that or being stuck like at sea, like in the middle of the ocean for 3 hours, I think I'd rather be at the roller coaster, bro.
Upside down. You saw the guy that survived at sea. It was like months ago, but he survived at sea with like a ketchup packet or something like that and like salt. He was there for days.
That, bro. I would die.
You wouldn't be able to grab any fish with your bare hands or something?
I first of all, I don't like ketchup, so I would have never even thought to even like keep a ketchup packet on me. Like it would have never happened.
It was probably there. They're probably eating a hot dog or something. Yeah, extra ketchup packet. Yeah, extra packet left over. I don't know how he got it, but
you'd rather be stuck at sea than be stuck.
I mean, I'm not saying that I also wouldn't jump into the ocean and just let a shark eat me. I'm just saying that, you know, I would stay cool in most situations. I didn't say all. I didn't say anyone but that. I'm just saying that upside down on a coaster, I don't know, bro. That's got to feel crazy for hours. What are you going to do? Look at your phone upside down? Scroll TikTok upside down?
Bro, I wouldn't even, I would be holding on to that railing, the bar in front of you for dear life, bro. I wouldn't even dare to take anything. I wouldn't grab anything except that bar. I'd be like this upside down.
like a bat,
fucking
like a
the
vampire.
fire department would be there, like, come on, bro, let go. I'm like, nah, get off me. I
can't.
can't let
I
go. I'm
can't.
scared.
I can't.
I can't. I'm
Speaking of having
retarded.
like, speaking of just being totally terrified, I mean, this was a lesser situation, but in North Carolina, there was a roller coaster that had a crack in the support beam for like 10 days. For like 10 days. You want to hear a stupid moment, right? So I saw the article, right? But I didn't read it. I was like, I'm going to save it for the show. I'll read it like the day before or something like that. I look at the article and it says crack found on support beam. So for like the whole week, I thought that somebody was on the roller coaster and they saw crack on it. Yeah, like I thought they found like an 8-ball on the beam, and I'm like, I was like, I can't wait to read this and find out how to even peep that. Like that's like, what were they doing? Doing maintenance, and somebody left their crack on. And then it was like literally yesterday. I was like, oh, a crack.
Now you know you're retarded.
I said,
now you know. Give it 1 sec. My cat wants to get out.
I was like, damn, you can't be any dumber than that. But how terrifying would it be?
Where's the pipe?
How terrifying would it be to, and then next thing you go, what the fuck is that? Like, the thing is, the support beam is all cracked up? You ready to drop? Nah, bro. For days. And I think they're not even going to get a fine. They're just going to fix it. You fine their ass, bro. Are you crazy? You better fine them for that.
Damn.
That's why we don't be on no coasters.
That's why I don't go on those rides, bro. This is why you hold the bags, and I'll be getting a really like the $20 water bottle at the concession stand.
When we do the GKB trip to Disney and everything, you already know we're the designated bag holders, glasses holders, phone holders, whatever y'all want to get held.
Don't worry,
we got
we'll
you.
Take pictures of you on the ride.
We got you. I don't do no spinny rides, the rides that spin you around, bro. I remember going on a spinny ride.
Those.
I went on a spinny ride when I was a kid. I made them shut it down. I was like, get me off, bro. Get me off. They were like, boo.
My man said, turn these teacups off right now.
It wasn't the teacups. It was something else, bro. But I didn't even think they were good. They stopped the ride for me dead ass. They were like, all right. Everybody was like, boo, pussy.
The tilt-a-whirl.
I was like,
the tilt-a-whirl?
I was like 10 or something like that. I was like, I'm out of here, dog. I'm not taking this. I'm done. I don't like that.
So wait, hold on. So was it the ones that spin on the ground, or was it the ones that like lift up?
Oh hell no! I wasn't doing no Jimmy Neutron ride from the Jimmy Neutron movie. I ain't doing that.
I'm down with all that.
No, this is the crazy one, right? You ever seen the one where it's like a ship? I think it's at Coney Island.
You get stuck on the wall, like you just lay down on the wall. And
Not that one. Not that. That's crazy too. But the one that goes like this. There's like a pole, and then you go. Whoa! You go all the way up on the other side, and then it's a swing ride.
Don't do that.
It's
nah, bro. You like kind of like the pirate ship.
It's a swing ship. He goes, whoa!
Yeah, no, fuck that, bro. Nah, don't do that.
I saw Drago on that. I said, good riddance, bro. Good riddance. I'm not going on that.
I can already see it. Either it's gonna go whoa and just keep going, like it's just gonna snap off and keep going, or it's gonna just go whoa and go all the way around.
Nah,
you know
bro.
what I mean? Just whoa.
I don't need no whoa, bro. I don't need no whoaing. I don't want to be whoaing. I would like the bumper cars. Give me the bumper cars, the arcade. You know, maybe a little haunted house ride, a little pop out, little ghost pop out, and a little track. Maybe you know what I like? Water slide. I like the water slide. I'm done. I'm eating corn dogs or something. I'm not fucking around. I'm not ficking around with no rides, bro.
Hey, me and you will do great in Disney together. Or
whatever
theme park
I'll be shopping, dog. I'll be shopping. I'll be vlogging. Look, I'm trying to do Mickey Mouse baguette. It's awesome. It's got the chocolate cream inside. I'm gonna be a Disney vlogger. I told you that's gonna be my next move. I'm gonna transition to a Disney vlogger after this. That's it.
It's a good move, bro.
Listen to this, right? I don't know if this is the beginning to a good love story. I highly doubt it. I really highly doubt it. But a woman in Indiana was walking to her mailbox late at night a couple of weeks ago when she was approached by a man. And the man showed her a gun and was like, listen, give me your shit. Give me your money. So she gave her the money. And then he was like, now let me in your crib. And she was like, she stood her ground. She's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting raped tonight. I'm good. Just got off of work. Not in my plans tonight. So he was like, all right, get out your phone though. So he didn't even take a phone, which is crazy. He said, get out your phone, add me on the book. My man told her to add him on Facebook. Yes. Okay. She added him on the book because she was like, all right, maybe.
He's a clown.
It gets worse. It gets even worse. He said, add me on the book. Either that night or something like that night. He was like, he hit her up and was like, yo, my bad. You know, you mad fine. Like, you too pretty to rob. I'm going to pay you back. Don't worry, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day, he was like, hey, come chill. Come chill with me. Like, bruh, this is literal insanity right here. Come chill. So, like, you have no qualms with the fact that she knows your exact identity.
I was about to say, why did she not immediately, once she added him, like once he left, like, I'd have been like, hey, yo, 911.
This is the man, right, like, literally this guy.
Right, this is his name. He's located here in this city.
Right? Like, so then obviously they picked him up. I don't know where he is right now. I haven't seen any updates on this story, but like, I don't know what he thought was gonna happen. Like, did he think like you know, they say women love bad boys, but not that bad. Not somebody gonna rob them. That's a little too bad. That's a little crazy. Like,
that man must have been on some drugs.
I don't know what kind of advice he was getting. That's not the way to meet anybody. My man only got 100 bones too. Like, that's not even. He didn't even come up on nothing. I don't understand the thought process. My man is sick, and he needs to be in prison right now. He needs a better wingman.
His wingman let him down.
I don't know.
He's like, nah, bro. You got to be unique when you pick him up, bro. You got to go rob that bitch, and then when you're robbing her, get her number.
This is some new technique. But maybe Hallmark could pick this up and turn this into a movie. They could spin it where she falls in love.
My aunt would be watching that movie.
Oh yeah, me and Cheryl be watching that, bro. We be watching the premiere. We be there. The robbery.
I'd be like, Cheryl, Gritty made this movie. He said the premise. He
called
wrote the premise of the movie.
We call he robbed my heart or something like that. He stole my heart. That's what it'll be called. He stole my heart. It'll be about you add him to the book. You go, you know what? I don't think he's a bad guy. He just needed some money. He was desperate. And then they get together. Stole my heart,
and then in quotations plus $100.
You know what it is? He robs her, right? He robs her. And then she, she calls the police, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the movie, it goes to him be in the cell. And then he goes, listen, you're getting bailed out. And he's like, huh? I don't know anybody. I don't even know anybody. And it's her. And she's like, listen, I had second thoughts. I thought you were really cute. And I know, some people are down in their luck. And I think we should just have a fresh start. And then they just get married and have kids, and that's it.
I don't think that's how it would go. If anything, she might do that if he had kids. Like, I saw that you had a son. I'm like, I don't want him to grow up without a dad.
Maybe. We'll bring this to Hallmark.
Oh, he doesn't have a mom? Well, hey, I could be the mom.
You know what? Any situation is plausible because the whole situation is literally like never gonna happen. So anything we come up with is possible in this situation. So let's bring it to Hallmark. Get some credits off of this. And get a little come up. But another creepy situation happened, okay? This was a woman from England, and she was heading from Abu Dhabi, right? So she's minding her own freaking business, getting on the plane from Abu Dhabi to England, when she gets a text message. And it was like, hey, literally, the guy put like Heyy, was like, hey. And he was like, yo, I saw you up in the airport. I work here. Literally while she's there. Like while she didn't even get on the flight. She's like, yo, I peeped you out in here. I looked you up on the security, on the system. I know all your info. What's good? And then he's like, listen, if you uncomfortable with this, block me. And then he goes something like, oh yeah, but by the way, FYI, like, your plane is leaving. And she's like, what the hell? Like, obviously she felt afraid. Like, she didn't want to get on a plane, but then her mother convinced her to get on the plane. She told the airport staff, but she said that they kind of blew her off, and they're like, well, I guess we could take you off the plane, and you could write a report instead of being like, point us. I guess you can't point the man out.
Who is this?
Show us the number. Show us the number, right? Like, that's what they would just cross-reference. She's like, yo, show us the number, blah blah blah, and literally anything except, I guess we just write a police report. Like, what? So she ended up getting back on the plane. She got on the plane and she went home. She said she was feeling very afraid, which obviously anybody would be very uncomfortable. I feel very, horrible for this woman.
That's
And this was
definitely weird.
This was their statement, something to this effect. This is like, it says, hold on, let me see. As a result of the investigation, the relevant employee involved has been disciplined in accordance with the contractor's disciplinary procedures. The privacy and safety of our guests is our number one priority, and we sincerely apologize for the distress caused to our guest. That's not. I want to know. This is the statement I want.
We want to
that
know
motherfucker is gone. That's what I want to hear right there. I don't want to hear all this jargon, the mumbo. We are so sorry for the inconvenience of the customer. We has been like no. I want a statement from the CEO, right? Like, yo, I got this came to my desk and I personally fired his ass. That's what I want to hear. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I think the only thing that would be better instead of firing him would be to make him work there for free.
A slave?
Like you fucked up so bad that you're gonna have to work here for the rest of the year and we're not paying you.
I don't think they want him working there. Like, and this is the thought process. Like, again, with the thought process, like, what is his now the robbery, that's like totally insane. This is also insane, right? But at least he didn't rob her. But what is his ideal thought here? Like, what is his ideal outcome? He thinks that she's gonna text back like, first of all,
he thought he was gonna get laid, bro.
But hold on. First of all, it's not like he sent a selfie, right? And was like, yo, this is what I'm working with here. We passed each other. If you like what you see, not saying that this would be right at all, right? But in a like, she doesn't even know who you are, right? So how is she gonna respond like, yeah, I thought you was bad too. Like, what's up? What you trying to do? Try to join the Mile High Club? Like, what is his ideal situation? And she's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm pretty single. I've been thinking about getting a boyfriend. I'm single right now. Like, why don't you meet me by the bar? We'll grab a cocktail. Like, what thought process is in this motherfucker's mind? What?
I don't think these people are thinking,
you're retarded.
They can't be, right? That's what I think. I'm fucking up because I'm thinking and they not thinking.
You're not thinking with your dick. That's where you're fucking up.
Let me tell you right now. I've thunk with my dick before. It ain't never took me to places like this.
I agree. I agree with that, but that's the only thing I can think of.
It ain't never took me to places like this. How insane, You got to be careful out there. Shout out to all the women out there getting all this crazy shit happening to them because you got those freaking Apple. I've been talking about this forever. Those Apple the AirTags that they're tracking people with. I get friends texting me and telling me all kind of creepy stories that happen to them. So shout out to all the women out there. Hopefully, carry some pepper spray, carry that bear claw, and start scratching people's eyes out because people are crazy out there, man. You got to do something. It's wild. So let's get into this. Let's get into this big sting operation that went down years long. A Harvard medical, the morgue manager was selling body parts for years.
It started at Harvard. Federal prosecutors alleging a twisted criminal scheme dating back to 2018. A nationwide network where people bought and sold human remains stolen from Harvard Medical School and an Arkansas mortuary. The alleged ringleader, former Harvard morgue manager Cedric Lodge. Prosecutors say Lodge stole parts from cadavers and dissected the bodies. He then allegedly brought those parts home, where his wife helped him sell the bones, skin, heads, and brains for tens of thousands of dollars. Payments for the shipments were tracked on PayPal memos that read head number 7 and brains. The indictment says at times Lodge allowed buyers to come directly to the morgue and choose what parts they wanted. One of those alleged buyers is identified as Katrina McLean, the owner of a shop called Cat's Creepy Creations in Massachusetts. McLean's shop advertises creations that shock the mind and shake the soul. Harvard has described the alleged crimes as an abhorrent betrayal. At least 5 buyers have been charged. Lodge and his wife were indicted Wednesday on charges of conspiracy and interstate transport of stolen goods. Elizabeth, if they are convicted, they could face 15 years in prison.
And how did authorities catch on to this scheme?
Well, the owner of the Creepy Creation shop, whose photos you just saw, was reselling parts. And according to prosecutors, one of the people who that woman resold to was posting on social media, advertising body part sales, and that set into motion leading investigators to 7 suspects.
My man put a body part on the Facebook Marketplace. You can't get any dumber than that. And then it was they were saying I don't think it was in that story that I just played, but they were saying that there was like one of them was turning the human flesh and skin into leather. Wow. What do you think about this? What's going through your mind right now?
Okay, so I before I said I heard about this, but I also maybe it was a different situation because I thought it was a little older than 2018, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not surprised about the leather thing because what's that movie with all the
Silence of the Lambs?
no, I think so. Yeah. But not even like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah, Leatherface. That's what Leatherface.
Yeah,
Leatherface.
like that's actually real, bro. Like there was a guy that like he made like lampshades and like chair covers and shit out of skin. Like it's real. That's real stuff. Like I believe it.
God. I was wondering what they were making like what they were using for the leather, like what they were doing with the leather. That's insane. My friend, shout out to Cemetery Girl, was saying that she thinks this is just her thought right here. She said she thinks that they're making human-like sex dolls with that. They're putting the skin on the sex doll. Imagine how crazy that would be. That's disgusting.
That's creepy, man. That's sick.
And what are you doing with brains? Now, this is my thought, right? This is what I thought. I guarantee you. Oh yeah, definitely eating them. But you can't eat too many brains because you get sick off that. Like if a human eats a human brain, you get some kind of disease where your brain swells up and you freaking die. But I think this is what's going on. I think that they have little clubs. People get together and let's say every 2 months they get together and they eat brains together. That's what I think. I truly think that. I truly believe that. The brain club, brain crew. You don't think that?
I'm thinking you it's that Moloch shit. Remember all the big wig government dudes in the woods with the
you're talking about the
shit? I think they might be into that stuff too.
Oh, they're definitely doing it, but they ain't buying it from this guy. You know, they got the underground. Yeah, you talking about the Bohemian Grove? You think they're doing that? They're definitely doing that. Yeah,
I think they might be into stuff like that.
They're definitely drinking blood and eating brains, but they got the top quality stuff coming from. It ain't coming from Harvard Med.
They're not getting.
They probably get it fresh. Just rip them off the street.
They're probably just killing kids.
Oh yeah, they get that adrenochrome. They got that adrenochrome. It's getting crazy now. Now we're getting out of hand. But yeah, that's what's going on in the world right now. It's not a surprise, but I saw one of the guys that got caught up in this has like face tattoos, and I saw him. He got caught a couple of years, like maybe either this year, early this year, or late last year. The guy that sold the bodies on Facebook. He was selling the body parts on Facebook. So he got caught. I don't know why you would do that. That is absolutely ridiculous. So they must have caught him first, and then they got the girl who was working, who had her own shop. So she was making shit with this and selling it to people with the bones and all that. She was in Salem, which is one of my favorite places. I never seen that place. I never heard of that place. I never walked in that place, but it was in Salem. So they raided her joint. So they must have started working backwards. Like they were like, you know, when they get the drug deal, like, listen, we need to work backwards up to the big shot.
So you think
that's what they did?
You think they cut her a deal if she snitched? You think that's what happened? You think she got to walk?
It's funny you say that because in one of the articles I read, she did go home. She's not in jail. She's not in jail right now.
Bro. I guess you're not. I don't know. I guess if you cut them a deal, you can't go back on it. But I totally would. I'd be like, you know, that deal we made. Fuck
Ripped
that,
off the paperwork.
You're getting locked up.
Now I'm not saying she's not gonna do time for this. I think they just let her go home to await trial. They let her go home, but she's
they probably let her go home, and now she's sitting there like, I'm good. They ain't gonna come back. They let me go, and then next thing you know, like a couple weeks later, they're gonna kick her door down. Bam, let's go.
She got to go to trial. She knows the drill. Now imagine you bought something from this broad, and you look up on your shelf right now. You like that. What's going on with that? Is there's human bones in that? Like you don't even know. You freaking out. You got to start throwing all your stuff away from that joint. That's insane.
I can't even imagine. Everybody that went to her shop is just like panicking, like, oh my God, they're going to come for me. I'm going to be next.
No, I don't think you get in trouble for buying it unbeknownst to you. You get in trouble if you buying it off the guy on Facebook Marketplace, like, yo, let me get that finger right there. Let me get that finger. Let me get that noggin. He said they were letting them walk up in the morgue and pick it themselves.
Because I heard about shit like this, but I thought it was older than this, man. Like I heard about this.
It happens. Well, we
like
had
a while ago.
we had the girl, the woman, Megan Hess. We talked about her last year where she was running a funeral home, giving people that she said was cremated. She was throwing like cigarettes in there. She was throwing like whatever, dust in there, giving that to the family, and then selling the body parts to like Harvard. Like, I don't know if you're selling it to Harvard, but selling it for science, basically. So she was selling heads. She was selling limbs. So it's... I didn't know this was such a big thing, but I guess it is. That Dead Body Man song from ICP. That's what they be listening to. Call me the Dead Body Man, baby. I got heads, we got fingers, we got everything. That shit is crazy. But listen, my man made 37 grand off of one dude. So he was rolling in it, but now he's gonna be rolling in a cell for at least 15.
At least
50. I think 15 is the minimum.
I hope so.
15 is the minimum. EJ, let me ask you a very, very, very important question.
Okay.
What did you think of the Nun 2 trailer? Tell me. Please tell me. I'm waiting on bated breath right now. Please enlighten me. What are your thoughts?
I'm not going to say that it's bad. It's not bad. But I wish it was a little better. Like, I wish they would have showed us a little more, but I guess you can't. That kind of takes away from the horror. I don't know.
What do you think the movie's lacking? What do you think the trailer's lacking?
Well, not the movie.
The trailer.
The Nun. Like, we see her, like twice? Like, we see her in the doorway, and we see her,
I'm going to say, hold on.
in the beginning. You remember in the beginning when the girl's in
she's
the
on
window,
the wall.
You remember in the beginning, and she's like looking out the window, like I have a bad feeling. Then you see like the other kid outside. He falls. The kid falls and looks up.
Yeah.
And has that look. Like I'm like, all right.
That's
so,
not
like,
her though. But she is. Hold on. I'm gonna count right now in my head how many times we saw her. She's on the wall when they're walking up the steps. Right after that scene you're talking about, she's on the wall. Then when the little girl goes like through the shaft or something into the next room, she's in the corner. In the next room, you see her shadow.
I've seen that one.
She is also at the end.
In the doorway when I know like the three of them are together and the one has the flashlight. She's like in the doorway.
Okay, yes. Then she is also at the end in the bookshelf, which I thought was awesome. When the pages start turning, and then it turns into the nun silhouette. You saw that? And then she pops out for real. That was great. So she was there 4 times. I mean, how many? What do you want? You want a whole hour-long movie out of the trailer? I mean, what do you need here?
Up, though. Like, I want to see the nun like grab.
She grabbed the broad up at the end. She was like, "Come here, What do you need? You gotta wait for the hour and a half, buddy. You want to see more? That's what
I gotta wait for the movie. I can't wait though. I'm interested.
So you like the trailer now? Now you like it?
No, I didn't say it was bad. I said in the beginning, I don't think it's bad. I just wish we got more of the nun. Like.
Well, you will get more than on September 8th. That's the point.
Oh, my God. We seen her on the wall. Wow. Oh.
You'll get more of the Nun on September 8th. I thought it was great. I thought it was cool. I love the Nun. One of my favorite, like, recent horror movie characters. Crow just sent us a picture. He's out there in Florida, and he sent us a picture of one of the Nun dolls. I was like, yo, you need to get me that right now because she's scary, man.
Would you, like, let's say we were, like, little kids again.
Yeah.
Would you go to that school, bro? Because that was my first thought when I seen like the whole school, like when we see her in the window and then like we see like the panning shot when they're like panning up. I'm like, bro, this place just doesn't even look right.
It's like a Catholic school, right?
I would assume it's a Catholic school.
I mean, I don't think you got a choice. I think your parents go, you're going there. You don't really have any.
Bro, pick a different Catholic. Pick a Catholic school that doesn't look like this.
You don't really have a choice.
Crazy.
But this is like back in the day. This is like, I don't even know when this is, but this ain't recent. This ain't right now. This is like right after the event of the first one, and when was it? The first?
Yeah, and that lady's there too, right? She's like working at the school.
Yeah,
right?
Tessa Farmiga's in there. That's the actress's name. I don't remember her name in the movie, but
she was like,
she came back for me. She came back for me.
Yeah.
And there was also like a demon thing. We saw the demon thing like in the library or something like that. I forgot where it was, but you saw like the side of its face. I thought the trailer was banging, and to me, I think it might be better than the first one.
For a minute, I thought the guy, like halfway through the trailer, like the guy's doing the narration, like it was an angel that got cast out.
Yeah, it was the priest.
I was really hyped because I'm like, yo, is that like the dude from the first one, like the pastor dude from
Spanish
the
guy?
first one? But I
Nah,
don't
my
think it
man's out
was,
of there.
bro.
I don't think
I
he's.
wish. I hope he's in the movie. I hope he makes it like a cameo.
I don't think he's there, but we'll we'll have
I
to
hope
see.
so, bro. That was my guy.
We'll have to see. September 8th. Very much looking forward to this. I think it's going to be better than the first one, personally. But we will see. Because
I would hope so. I would hope so. It looks better. Like it already looks better. But
Right?
I hope it's like scarier.
Like
you
I
know?
can't put my finger on why it just looks better to me. It looks more exciting, looks more action packed. You and I are like the only two people that like The Nun at all. We might be the only two people that are gonna see it because every time I bring it up, somebody go, "Oh my god, The Nun sucks, woo, boo, lame, oh whatever." I just brought up somebody else. They go, "Oh, lame, The Nun." I was like, "Yo, we honestly loved it. We watched it." You didn't even know what to think going into it, but I heard it was whack going into it. And when we were done, I remember going outside. We didn't talk that much. We were like, oh, wow, that's crazy. But then when we went outside, I was like, yo, I can't even lie. Like, I don't know what people are talking about, but I'm fucking with it. You were like, I'm fucking with it too. I'm fucking with it.
Bro, it was hard,
I don't know what y'all want. The Nun is scary. That is a scary character.
Bro, the Nun literally buried that chick alive, bro.
The guy. Like, he buried the guy
crazy.
alive. That he buried your man's alive. The Spanish dude.
Oh, right.
And then he started ringing. He started ringing the bell. Cling, 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 cling. Come on, man. What do you want? That was nice. The Foggy Cemetery. The Nun is badass, man. You got to watch The Conjuring too, because that's where she's from. You got to see that.
Wait. Whoa, hold on. Whoa, I didn't know that. She's from a whole other franchise?
Well, The Conjuring. This is in the Conjuring universe. So it goes The Conjuring. 1, 2.
Bro, are you telling me that
3.
there's like a horror movie like DC?
Yeah, the Conjuring verse, bro. It goes.
Movies?
It's like Conjuring 1, 2, 3, 4. You got the Nun. You got Annabelle. I think 1, 2, and 3. And I might be missing something else, but I know they were gonna do a Crooked Man movie, which I was really looking forward to, but they did not do it. I think that's all the Conjuring universe movies.
Bro, is the Nun like the Thanos of this universe?
I don't think she's the Thanos. I think that might be like Annabelle. I think Annabelle's like the most, highly powered thing. But the Nun is badass. You got to watch Conjuring 2. That movie's sick, man. Watch that shit tonight. You won't go wrong. Watch that.
I've seen the first one.
Oh, so you'll like 2. That's my favorite one. Yeah, that's a good one. And you got to see the Pope's Exorcist too. You'll probably like that. If you like the you like the priests and all that, the Spanish guy, you'll like that. It's a very, very similar character.
I love that shit. I love when the priest goes into the house. And
Yeah. Watch the Pope's Exorcist. Watch that.
I love that shit.
Insidious, The Red Door. Man, was I looking forward to this. Man, was I excited. Because
Question.
Yes.
How good is it compared
What are you
one?
sweating for? What are you doing over there? You working in the hot sun? I mean, he's wiping his face.
I don't know. Just wipe my face.
Doing hard work, huh? We're doing hard work right now.
But so how does it hold up to the other ones though? Because I've seen the first one.
All right, well, we'll get to that. Let's ease into it, okay? So, I loved Insidious 1. I haven't seen Insidious 2 in a while, but I really like that. I have not seen 3 and 4, I think there's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
There's 4 of them?
Yeah, because
the 5 now.
4th is the last key, so this is 5. So I did not see the other 2 because Patrick Wilson was not in the other 2, so I was like, well, I don't give a fuck about him. So this is the first time I'm watching them because my man Patrick Wilson is back, the family's back. So I'm like, I'm back. They're back, I'm back. So I watched it, and let me tell you this right freaking now. To me, it started off pretty good. What happens, I'm not going to spoil too much, but apparently what happens is after the events of the first 2 movies, the father and the son get their memory erased, so they don't know anything about the further. They don't know anything about the red guy. They don't know nothing, right? They're just oblivious. And the kid is college age now, his first year of college. The dad's going to drive him to college, and then all of a sudden, spooky things start happening. They start seeing things, apparitions, things start coming out. It's scary, blah, 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 right? So I was really fucking with the movie up until Patty Willie went inside of the CAT scan machine, and for some reason, I just stopped. No, it wasn't. Maybe a little after that. It was after they went into the dorm room and all that crazy stuff happened. After they went to the party. Around after that, the middle of the movie kind of just went, okay? Like, I was with it. There was a lot of tension between the father and son. I think they had a great scene when they came into the dorm room and they were getting into it. They were fighting. He was like, yo, you were never around. You know, you're a piece of garbage, blah, blah, blah. And the father's like, don't you say that. I'm going to smack you up right now. We got all crazy, right? So I was like, all right, I like this because I like when a horror movie is actually also a good movie as well. There's also, a good storyline to it. So I was with it. But then I can't explain exactly why, but just the middle of the movie for me fell flat up until basically right towards the end. Like, there was some good scenes. There was some good, if I can point out, to me, there was only like really 3 good scenes. I don't want to say too much because one of them was, I loved it. And if I say anything about it, it's going to ruin it, but it was awesome. Okay. The other one was when they went into the dorm room and Dalton is seeing the apparition of the kid who died in the dorm room. He's vomiting everywhere. Blah, blah, blah. And I like the scene when they go into the when they get into the dorm room and stuff. And one of the B characters were good. The side characters was pretty good. The chick that ended up staying into the hanging out with Dalton was good. The aspect of, I like how they brought out Dalton's subconscious memories or whatever because he was doing an art class and the art teacher was like, I need you to go inside yourself and basically do like a little meditation before you start drawing. So when he did that, he started drawing shit from his memory, but he didn't know what it was. He was like, oh my God, I see a red door. What is this? I see this. I see that, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, everything starts popping off. He then can leave his body. And around that time, I was like, yeah, this movie's kind of boring. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, I'm not really into this anymore. You get to the end, and I'm thinking it's going to be like a big finish, big bagow, like craziness. And to me, it was kind of just like, ew. I was just like, I don't know. I was like ready for it to be over. Also, I saw somebody say like the third act felt rushed, which it did. Because I'm like, I didn't want to say what they did with it, but I did feel like they rushed it. And then I went back and watched Insidious 1, and I was like, this movie is so much scarier than this movie, than Insidious, The Red Door. So much more tension. The ghouls are scarier. It just did not compete on the scariness. It did not compete on the tension. The third act did feel rushed to me. The ending, kind of like how they wrapped it up, didn't make sense to me. Maybe to ya it did. But I'm going to say, sadly, the movie's like a 2.5 out of 5. Maybe a 2.8 out of 5. Like, it was mid. It was mid. It started strong, and then it just kind of collapsed. It was not a great ending. I saw there's mixed reviews on it. Some people love it.
How many movies can you say, like the fifth entry is going to be just as good as the first one, though? You know what I mean?
I think if anybody listening to this, maybe they would say like, Harry Potter or something like that. Not that I would know, but yeah, not many, like, to your credit, like not many. But it's just like, don't make them. Just don't, like, once they started doing Insidious 4, I was like, all right, you need to relax.
That's the problem with Hollywood is they're bankrupt on new ideas. Like they're scared to make new stuff, so they'll just butcher old stuff. Like, nah, we'll remake it, or we'll just make it a third one and a fourth one.
And the sad part is, I'm not even gonna go as far as to say they butchered it, because they didn't. It was just like, it just felt like a B movie Insidious. Like it didn't need to happen. It was just not that scary. It wasn't that interesting. It wasn't horrible though. Like, I don't want to paint this movie like, oh, it was like, you should see it. Like, see it for yourself. I'm not going to say that you shouldn't even watch it. Like, watch it. Maybe I'm bugging because some people loved it. This guy must have been on crack when he wrote, I'm struggling to say like this may be better than the first one. I was like, you damn right you're struggling to say it's better than the first one, because it ain't. You wilding out. But then other people were in agreement with me that it just fell flat towards the end. So you got to see it for yourself. You might think it's awesome because some people thought it was awesome. I don't know how, but it's whatever. That's my opinion.
And I have another thing to say to you.
What do you got to say to
me? I think maybe in if you see a movie's coming out that you think you'll be interested in watching, don't look at reviews for it, bro.
I
Because I
looked at
feel
it
like that'll
after. I looked at no. This is what happened.
okay,
I looked at it after
okay.
because this is what was going on in my mind while I was watching it when it was done. I said, I must be bugging. Like I was like, I gotta be tripping. This must be good, and I'm having an off day. And then I looked it up,
I know
and
I'm an ass because I just assumed that you saw that you
no, I would
looked at
never do
reviews
that.
before.
No. A
'Cause I'm
movie like
that was
this,
just,
I wouldn't
that's
do
just
that.
gonna color your opinion on it already before you even see it. You know?
No. I never look at reviews. I barely care about reviews. I never really care about reviews. I mean, Bring It On, Cheer or Die was I rated like one of the best movies of last year. Nobody ever would say that. So I don't care about reviews. But I thought I was tripping. Like I was calling people like, yo, you gotta see Insidious because I'm bugging. Like this shit is probably fire, and I'm tripping because there's no way it was this mid. Like, because I'm like maybe I'm tired or something. But other people agreed. Go see it for yourself. Insidious, The Red Door. There's not going to be any more, from what I understand, from the articles that came out from Blumhouse. They said this is the last one. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. You know. Patrick Wilson this was like his directorial debut, and I'm not shitting on the guy. I think it was shot well. It looked like it was directed well, but the storyline, the way they did it, it wasn't up to par.
I hear the same thing about the new Indiana Jones movie.
Oh, I heard that was whack. I heard that was whack,
ass, bro.
I heard Flash was whack.
And the crazy part is the Indiana Jones movie that came out before the new one. Everybody hated it, and now everybody's like, Crystal Skull ain't that bad.
That's how bad it is.
Because of this new movie, the
That's
worst movie ain't that bad. It's not the worst anymore.
How many Indiana Jones? What is this, like 20?
Maybe 5 or 6.
Really? I thought there would be definitely more than that.
Maybe there's more. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't watch them. But
Harrison
I just know
Ford?
that everybody hated the movie before this new one, and now they're like, it ain't bad compared to this new one.
Dude, I saw Harrison Ford do a taste test, right? Like he did, like they were like, "Oh, you want to do this this box of snacks from around the world?" It was so funny because he didn't want to be there. Like he would they're like, "This is a chocolate pretzel from Great Britain." He was like, "Yeah, pretty good." And he would eat something else. They were like, "All right, here's like a biscuit from Great Britain. It has like little strawberry sprinkles." Yeah, it's pretty good. I was like, wow, this is some real promotion for the movie. Like, my man didn't even care. He didn't want to be there. I'm like, what is this?
Bro, how many snacks you gonna give me from England, bro?
I'm like, why don't you got to call us for that. We're the taste test guys. Call us to do the taste test. How's that Stella doing there? How you liking that? Stella's my favorite beer, to be honest.
It's good.
That's my favorite beer. That's the best. You got to try the Stella Midnight.
It's better than Indiana Jones, and it's probably better than that Insidious movie.
What is the next movie you're going to see? Yeah. Tell me the next movie you're going to watch right now. Besides the Nun. Yeah, because that comes out September 8th.
Well, I want to watch the movie. Well, Insidious, right?
You want to watch Insidious, the Red Door?
But you're saying that's like number 5, and I only seen like the first.
No, you don't
2.
need to see. You don't need to see the other 2. You don't need to see the other 2. You don't need to see it. I'm sure there's like Easter eggs in there that if like you're an Insidious fan, you're like, yo, that's from number 4.
Maybe you seeing the other movies would have made it a little better.
No,
I'm not saying it would have made it
definitely not.
10, but you would have been like, oh, like they're doing a callback from 3.
A callback ain't gonna help the movie, bro. A callback ain't gonna help the movie. You ain't calling back that hard.
I appreciate callbacks, but you're right. It's not going to change the
I mean, I noticed some in retrospect when I watched 1 yesterday. I'm like, oh, wow, they put that in the first movie. But if you think that bumped the score up at all, it did not. It ain't do nothing. So that's going to be the next movie you watch? Because you don't really watch movies like that.
I really don't.
You watch Joe Rogan.
I'm going to watch Indiana Jones because I never watched any of them. I'm gonna start now.
I never seen none of them either. It looks like literally the opposite of the movie I want to see. I don't want to see anything like that. With boulders and shit coming out, flying. I don't want to see that. I don't want to.
You might as well just play Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
That's pretty much like female Indiana Jones right there.
So really, if we're looking at our calendars right now, right? The only thing I could think of that comes out is Talk to Me, which I forgot when that comes out. We talked about that on the last episode though. Talk to Me is another horror movie where it's like a hand. It's like a dead person's hand. You hold it and then it possesses you and stuff like that. I'll send you the trailer for that. Five Nights at Freddy's in October. The Nun in September. And I think that's about it, right? That's got to be about it. I don't think there's any more horror movies coming out like that. Transformers already came out. That's a horror movie, but we already saw that. So that might be unless I don't think they're gonna announce anything new, right? That's got to be it for the end of the year, pretty much. That's the wrap. That's a wrap, baby.
From what I hear too, like a lot of the movies that are in the theaters don't really do good anymore.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, I think
people aren't going.
Spider-Man did great. Transformers did great. I think the new Disney movie, like, what is it? I forgot what it's called, but that one I think is doing, or not The Mermaid. I think there's another one that looks like it's doing all right. But yeah, a lot of people are probably not going to the theater. They're going online and getting that bootleg.
Either they're getting it for free. They're waiting for it to come out on like the apps.
Oh yeah, because it comes out a lot quicker. Yeah,
whatever the fuck.
It comes out a lot quicker on the apps. Yeah, I'm sure Insidious will be on Paramount Plus or Peacock. Oh no, well HBO Max has the Insidious has 1 and 2, so it might be on HBO Max. It'll be out soon. It'll be out soon. So there you go. That's about gonna be a wrap on the episode. Do you have anything you want to discuss before we end this off, EJ? Anything you want to say? Anything you want to bring to the table? Anything you want to enlighten us with? Anything you want to tell us at all?
Not really. Not this time. Next time though, from we around the next show, I do have something I'm working on.
Well. I'm glad you said next show. Now I don't know if this is gonna be exactly the next show or not. I don't know when we're putting this out.
Whenever. The next show for me.
But this might be the next show right here because we forgot to plug this when we talked about the amusement park rides. EJ and I did an episode about 8 deaths that happened on Disney property. So that is deaths that transpired at Disneyland and Disney World. Some of these are gruesome. One of them's a murder. I mean, it's crazy. So you're not going to want to miss that episode. It may be the next one in the lineup. I'm not exactly sure, but it's going to be soon.
If you think getting stuck upside down on a roller coaster is bad, just wait.
Yeah, there's other fates far worse.
Yeah, it's far worse than just getting stuck on a coaster, man.
Yeah, than seeing that crack. I'd rather see the crack on the coaster than some of the other stuff that happened, boy. So that's it. Like and subscribe. You know what I mean? If you're listening to this on Spotify and Apple, you can see our beautiful faces on YouTube and vice versa. If you're on YouTube and you want to take us in your pocket and you don't want to pay for YouTube
Don't
Premium.
gas them up, man. I'm beautiful. They're going to show up and be like, that motherfucker ugly. What you talking about, Gritty?
If you don't want to pay for YouTube Premium, because let me tell you, I don't. I got Clay's. I'm on Clay's account. I'm on that family account, so I don't even got that. So if you want to hear us and take us in your pocket to the gym or something like that, or maybe you're in a lecture, you don't want to listen to it, you want to listen to us instead, Spotify, Apple, all those other platforms. Baby, peace and love. See you next time.